Okay, so today we'll discuss about the NEET 2025 paper, which happened yesterday, and the idea is to give the approximately idea about the cutoff basically, and it's only for the Karnataka students, the students who are having the Karnataka domicile ultimately. So we are based out of Karnataka, so we'll be talking about it. When it comes to the All India rank and all, lot of videos are already available, so people are already getting the idea. So this is specifically about the Karnataka students. Okay. So our analysis will consist three parts. First part will be 2029 to 2024, meaning last 6 years. Last 6 years, you can say the easiest paper it used to be, and there was a myth which was circulated. Yeah. You do NCERT, you can do everything basically. Yeah. So it was about NCERT and NCERT alone. And we used to see the students, if you are teaching a little bit extra, they used to say, okay, sir, it's out of syllabus. And as we keep saying, basically, there is no syllabus when it comes to the NTA ultimately. Because things can be connected. Correct. You just write the word physics, and everything within the physics comes into this. Because they write general physics, anything can come out. Okay. Second part will consist the 2018 paper. I think you have written that paper itself. So in the near history, we can see 2018 paper was a little on a difficult side. I cannot say difficult. The moderate to difficult side it was. When the cutoff went, the last time cutoff when it went for 430 to 450 for Karnataka. So we'll be talking about this year as well to give you the relative idea about the drop, how it happened basically. Because majority of you are still thinking about the cutoff will remain same. Sure. So when you were expecting 650 marks, basically, many of you who were deserving getting the 650 and but they are stuck at 400. So the idea is to give you the idea basically when the paper becomes difficult, the cutoff also goes down. Okay, and then we'll come on to the most difficult paper. That is okay. So let's start with the 2019 last 6 years. So in Karnataka we have plenty of seats. Very high number of government colleges are there. At the same time, number of seats are very high. So when you have Karnataka domicile, last 6 years, if we talk about last 6 years, so if somebody is looking for the free seats in the Karnataka Medical College, the cutoff was in the range of 520. Yeah, for general it was 520. For general candidate, so the cutoff was in the range of 520. Gulbarga Medical, Medical, you can get in the 520 range. And if you are looking for the BMS or now, the one was 580, 590, right like that. Okay. And same when it comes to the OBC and EWS category, it used to be around 470. Yeah. Then again, the same lowest used to be 470, but it can go more low in like mop-up rounds. Yeah, can go. That's the thing basically. So these cutoffs we are writing, they are not including the mop-up rounds. Yeah. The mop-up round further basically 15 to 30 marks drop. Go further now. Mop-up round. So that cannot be predicted basically. And then SAST, it used to be around 430. So as you can see, like 50 marks drop. Every time there was a 50 marks drop was there. Every time there was a 50 marks drop in these three. Okay. And this was the golden period for the students. Yeah. For NCERT. At least they were not crying. The NCERT time. So when they were coming out of the examination center, they were not crying during this time. They were happy. So last time when they were crying, that was a 2018 paper. Yeah. That was 2018 paper. They were crying. Not all, but many were crying basically. So this paper was little not difficult, not more like it was not difficult. Moderate paper you can say. It was the set pattern. The question became difficult. Pattern was same. The topics where the more marks used to come, there the same topics were coming in topics. Everything was same, but only question was a bit difficult. Was there. We can say like that paper was at the JEE mains level. Yeah, mains level around. Yeah, that paper was mains level basically. At that point of time in Karnataka, jumbo cutoff was at 460. As you can see, it was compared to last 6 years. 80 marks drop. 60 marks drop was there. And it is not including the mop-up round. Yeah, the mop-up round went till 430 around. 430 mop-up round went. So in 2018, basically this was the drop. In case of OBC, it was 400. Again the drop was 380, 395 it was there. And there it was 350. Yeah, that's CST. So this was last time when this was low cutoff was there. After that cutoff keep increasing. It used to be plus minus 5. Okay. And now going towards the 2025 paper 25. Yeah. So in case of 25, basically our prediction is, we'll be discussing about why we are making this prediction. Okay, that will also be discussing. So our prediction is like if you are having 410 plus minus 10 marks, then from the general category you will be able to get the medical seat. Government medical seat you will be able to get. We are not including the pop-up rounds. Pop-up round it can go to 83, 70 as well. Again, but we cannot predict that ultimately. OBC, our prediction is OBC as well as this EWS category. Our prediction is the range is going to be 340 plus minus 10 again. And SST, our prediction is it will be 270 plus minus 10.
It can go to 260 also.
And in the Karnataka, there are a lot of quotas as well. Internal quota of quotas are there.
Yeah.
So we should get that idea.
Yeah. So Hyderabad, like exactly.
Yeah. So if, within the category, there are a lot of other categories available in case of Karnataka. So there is a this Hyderabad Karnataka region is there.
Yeah.
So if you belong to Hyderabad Karnataka region, basically
around like general category if you talk, there will be 30 marks drop.
Yeah.
If you are belong to Hyderabad Karnataka quota, then talking about
drop basically
OBC, around 50 marks are dropping. This is 2018 we are taking. In SC/ST, around 60 to 50 marks drop were there in the 2018 regarding the further quota, that is Hyderabad Karnataka quota.
But it's a little complicated actually. So
we'll rely on this only. We'll go for normal EWS, normal SC/ST.
So this year, if you're getting the exam, if you are getting this range and you belong to general category, you should not be unhappy. Basically, paper was difficult and you are supposed to get the less marks.
Everyone is having less marks.
Yes. EWS and OBC category students again 340 plus minus we are expecting, and SC/ST or 370 plus minus 10 we are expecting. Yeah, I want to say one thing actually. What happens? There are always some students. There are always some students. Generally, their preparation is independent of the paper difficulty.
Yeah.
And all over India, you will find those kids. There will be kids scoring, and even in this paper,
good marks. Like
they will be scoring 700. There will be some kids.
But this time, the full marks will not be there.
Full marks won't be there. Full marks won't be there.
It will be very difficult to.
The thing is, when we are planning our future and our preparation, we should not be planning based upon these kids. These are, you can say, now, why we are predicting these? Okay, let's do the analysis. So generally, how we suggest, as a teacher, what we suggest to the NEET students. So as we keep last 6 years,
suggesting to the students.
We used to suggest when we are attempting the biology, when we are attempting the biology, we always say 30 minutes finish. Yeah. We always say 30 minutes finish the syllabus, finish all of 90 questions, and they were doing it.
They were able to do that.
They were able to do that. 30 to 35 minutes, we were finishing it. And for chemistry, our advice used to be 45 minutes to 50 minutes.
Able to finish it
in the 45 minutes to 50 minutes. That used to be our advice.
And the remaining time, 1 hour 10 minutes for physics.
That's 1.5 hour, more than 1.5 hour time basically was available for physics.
So that's what
that's how the things used to go. And even in that case, the completion of whole physics paper was a task.
Yeah, 35 questions, 40 questions they are able to.
So generally that's how it used to happen. Like students used to attempt 35 to 40. I'm not saying solve, attempt. They were able to attempt. So when we used to talk about the student, I'm talking about good students again. So their idea used to be, okay, I can go. Some questions I missed. See,
so by this idea, they're getting 650 marks, 600 marks.
That was the idea. That was the idea basically when the student used to get 600 to 650 kind of target.
So now what
this year
changed?
Now this year what has changed? Let's start with biology. As everybody is saying, and we also believe it, paper was easy to solve.
Yeah.
It was not difficult paper. It was not difficult paper. What was the difficulty was the length. So as you can see, this year, 35 plus questions were statement based. Assertion, reason, statement and all.
Reading will take only the time.
Yeah. So in the time you will be solving 4 normal questions, in that time you will be able to read one statement based question. That's the thing. You have to read all the statement, then you have to think about basically whether it is matching or not, whether it is the right reason or not, and then you have to go for it. Even there is a chance of making mistakes.
So we have obviously the accuracy will be low.
Last 6 years, these type of
15 to 20
maximum 15 to 20 it used to be. Maximum statement based question in the biology used to be 15 to 20. Last 6 years. Yes. So you can see the number of questions, these running questions has become developed. So this year, the student who is finishing it in 45 minutes, he's a good student. The same student basically will be finishing in 30 minutes the last 6-year paper.
Same guys physically 45 minutes now.
So 15 minutes extra to लगेगा ही लगेगा. And I'm talking about the good kid.
Yeah, average will go till 1 hour also.
Yeah, average will go. But let's talk about that 40. The student who were targeting the 650. They will be taking the 45. Now, let's come for the chemistry.
So again, this also paper was not very much difficult or something.
But some topics basically where the question never.
Yeah, now this year they were there.
The questions were
like example, talking about reactions that SN1 and SN2. It's not a single question they have asked. And GOC 6 questions were there. Single chapter 6 questions they have asked. So that's all.
Basically, when last minute preparation is concerned and all, the student used to leave these topics.
Yeah, that's all.
Even in the class, they were not that sincere. Because see, these publishers and these coaching institutes, they keep saying it, you focus on these important
topics, so they are important ones, and the other ones they will leave.
Now everything is important.
And one more, the new thing this time chemistry paper has, they have 6 to 7 statement based, like how advanced used to give.
Yeah.
Like A, B, C, D, E, 6 statements were there. Now A, B, C is correct, A, E is correct. So again, this question will take time for 2 minutes to 3 minutes. So making this paper more and more.
Many times, basically, when these kind of questions are coming, we are able to identify which will not be the answer.
Correct.
Which will not be, which you don't have to check. This year, when we see the question, every option has to be checked. Even out of the 4 or 5 options available, if you don't know the one, then you cannot. You are going for tukka there.
Yeah. It's gone. The question is gone. So, subsequent questions for there increased this year. But 7 questions were there.
The difficulty was not in the question, but the way we were presented.
Yeah, time. The
time was also the thing, but the way they were presented, just like J Advanced keep doing it.
Yeah.
J Advanced questions are never difficult questions. But the way they do it, the way the key, we call it the key in the question.
Yeah.
So that was little. So that way, these kind of questions are coming, there is a higher chance of making the silly mistakes. Yeah. There is a higher chance. So at the same time, question was lengthy, paper was heavy.
Around this will be for chemistry 1 hour 10 minutes. Like average student will, the normal student, good student will take 1 hour 10 minutes for
abnormality, let's not talk about that already.
So 45-50 minutes, say move till 1 hour 10 minutes. Like 20 more minutes it has to be.
So here basically, here the student took 15 minutes extra.
Yeah, they had 20 minutes extra.
Here 20 minutes extra.
And coming to the physics.
Then comes the physics basically. Seriously, I believe the NTA wants student to do suicide. Yeah. Literally. But look, what the hell is happening with them? You talk about CBSE physics board paper. Yeah, this time that they have last year also same thing. Somebody is sitting there playing the joke with the students. The joking with the students basically. I'll not say paper was difficult. I'll not say paper was difficult. You see, I'm an IITian basically. For me, the question will not look difficult. But when I think from the student point of view, student point of view, and the point of view, we always believe like 50% theory-based question will be there. 90% numerical. And then we believe the question will be concentrated in some specific topic. There was no concentration. No concentration at all. Throughout the questions were distributed. Generally, we expect like some 4 or 5 questions will involve 2 concepts and more.
Yeah.
Then half of the question requiring the 2 concepts and more. And the differential equations, the questions were there, like the student will be able to solve it. But differential equations are not double differential.
And length of the question, 7-8 lines. To read a single question you have to do.
We are on the 3rd line, we forget about the 1st line. Basically. So the physics basically, I'll say it was a joke.
It's like
joke on the student. It was a joke on the student. Basically, I'll say it was a joke on the student. So the main problem actually, even for the good kid, if we talk about the good kid, main problem comes from there.
Yeah, this 35-40 minutes extra what they have taken in biology.
Earlier, the physics basically, student used to keep like
1 hour,
45 minutes, 1 hour 45 minutes. That much time they used to keep to solve the paper. This year it was advanced paper actually.
And they have left around 50 minutes.
Yeah,
like this, that much decreased.
And it's happening with every kid.
Yeah.
It's happening with every kid basically.
It's not only for us.
Yeah, but we are trying to say like you are not alone. You are not alone basically. It's happening with every kid. Every kid is trying basically, but every kid is trying. I'll not say cry again, but the thing is, they are not happy. They are not happy. So based upon these factors only we are saying this is going to be the cutoff. And when we are talking about these cutoff, we are optimistic on the other side. It can go further low.
Yeah.
It can be. Yeah, there are lots of like reservation is available.
There are so many things are there.
So many things are there basically. Last minute dynamics also we don't know.
So then I told you, these are the approx we are doing around, but they will not go on higher side.
Right now we are not talking about the out of syllabus as well.
Physics will out of syllabus is good. 3 questions, 3-4 questions.
Actually, I don't believe in NT in that case. Out of syllabus basically you can always connect.
Yeah.
But connecting the semiconductor, how you will do that? It's a standalone separate topic. You delete it and then you are
getting the question.
2 questions.
That's the beauty of NT.
So the thing is, that's a different time. Basically, I always say while preparing, you should never be relying on. While preparing, it's always about the subject. The thing is, we also learn as a teacher. Basically, we also learn. So now our thinking process is the student who showed a promising thing, the student who are promising. We start telling them to go for our level 3 practice books, which we generally reserve for the advanced students.
The advanced students.
So they are supposed to do. They are supposed to do. So they will be better prepared. This pattern, difficult pattern, I will say it is not good for average students. It's not good, but it is good for the above average and the good students. The above average and the good students, they always want the difficult paper. They always want. Because in the easy paper, a silly mistake costs you a lot.
And in difficult paper, like if you are getting 1 or more question also right now, your rank will be like
there will be difference in the ranks basically. You will not see on single marks accumulation of ranks.
Correct. Like 720 out of out marks and 59 students are getting 720 marks like previous year.
And last में basically if somebody preparing for NEET, आपका जो physics का NCERT book है आग लगा दो. कुछ नहीं चलो.
Not work now.
It will not work. Bio, it will work. So let's say you can say, but again, the kind of questions which are coming.
That's what. Yeah, bio will work only for like 75-80 questions. Remaining,
how to approach the assertion reason and all, how to do there are still required. Chemistry and physics basically, I don't think NCERT is sufficient. Physics, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
So, from this year, now no one will read NCERT.
Well, NCERT is good. Okay, करना है.
Yeah, base के लिए that is fine, but you have to jump up. You have to go for that.
So, like the students basically, they should not tell their teachers, "Sir, this is out of the
syllabus, out of NCERT."
So nothing is out of syllabus. Basically, one should never rely on NTA. One should never rely on NTA. And now the next exam is going to be J Advanced. 90. Students should be ready. The students should be ready. That exam is going to be again difficult. All the exams they are going on the difficult side. So our advice is basically when you are learning, don't bound yourself by NCERT or by syllabus or by important topics. Don't bound basically.
So this time that is broken. There is nothing like important topic, nothing like very. This will come only every other question is coming. They are given the questions from the topics which never came. First time they came in this exam. Never they have asked before.
So they have to study everything. When they are studying everything, let's say 70-80% they will remember, but they will be able to implement.
Because cutoff will be like this only. Now if this paper like this will come, the cutoff will not move much.
So we have to discuss about this as well, why they made it difficult. Some people basically I saw they are saying it is difficult because it's a cyclic nature and all. No, it's not. It is this, the difficult paper this year is coming because of last year.
Yeah, mainly.
Last year we found 70 plus students
out.
The reason was when you are making the paper easy, the student will be scoring high. When the student is scoring high and you are giving the grace marks.
That's okay. All India cutoff like is going for general 645, 650. So that is very difficult. Like a student who is making around 10-15 questions also in full paper, they are not able to get a college, government college.
Yeah, at the same time, basically when you are keeping it easy, and every year like 2-3 papers, 2-3 questions will be difficult.
That is wrong.
But because of the wrong question, the grace marks will be given. When you are giving the grace marks to a student, let's say 20 grace marks are given. A student getting 716, and a student getting let's say 700. So 20 grace marks will be given. So 716 will also be 720, and 700 will also become 720. So that's what happened last year. That's what happened.
New NT scoring.
So they'll keep making mistake. They will keep making mistake. They cannot correct them. They will have to give grace marks. But the thing is, students' highest number marks should be less than the grace marks provided.
And sir, can you compare me like what's a mains paper comparison this about?
It's advanced paper.
So not mains level also then.
Physics is advanced level paper. I was happy. The thing is, as a teacher, basically, we want the student should not be focused on too much on the important topics and all. They should not be focused on the last minute preparation. They should be learning the concept. Because if they learn the concept, they can utilize in the future as well. The paper is good, I will say. The thing is, suddenly it was given.
Yeah. And those who have given this year,
This year, basically, students are at drop. They are at the fault. NTA is at the fault without letting the students know they went for it.
suddenly making that much hard level.
Next year, students will be better prepared. Obviously, they will be better prepared.
They know now.
Yes.
The NCERT is not only the key for success.
Okay, so that's the thing. My last advice will be: please be happy. Check your solutions and get your marks. If the marks basically are coming in this range, you should not be that worried. Then again, people have different aspirations from them. So let's say if somebody is getting the government college, but they want ex-government college which they might not get, then it is okay. It's okay. Repeat, it's a normal thing. In case of NEET, generally the elections are coming third.
Repeaters are very much there in NEET. There's no issue. You can, because there is no issue with the repeaters.
So okay, be happy, and there is no benefit of like crying foul to the NTA because they have done it. They are the examiner; they can do anything they want.
Look at the future now. What you can do in the future.
So be prepared and tell your juniors basically they should not be relying too much on the NCERTs. That's the thing basically. They should be relying on the subjects and subjects alone. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you.